What's up YouTube? Today I'm bringing you guys a quick unboxing, first impressions video on the Xiaomi Redmi 4 4G model. You guys know that I try to do some of these Chinese phones, but they're just not available in the US, and some of them, they don't actually work on the 4G LTE. I'll be testing that on this one. So I don't always buy them myself, but a huge shout out to GearBest. They hooked me up with this one, hopefully going to give me a few more of them to review. Again, this is the international model of the Xiaomi Redmi 4, the 4G model. As you guys can see down here, a couple of the specs. Some of it is in Chinese. You can see it has a Snapdragon 625, huge 4100 milliamp hour battery, which is just, that's crazy actually. Very impressed with that. It's got a 5-inch display, 13 megapixel camera on the rear, 5 megapixel camera around front. Has 3 gigabytes of RAM as well, 32 gigabytes of storage on board. I did take it out just to quickly play with it, get a few initial impressions before doing the video. There's really not that much going on in the box here of this phone, but I do want to show you guys what's in there. There's the phone itself. You can see I've got the silver model. And then the only thing that's really in the packaging here, in this case, is the power brick and the charging cable. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the box to the side. So you can see the only thing that's really in the box, you got your power brick and charging cable, and if we take a quick look, you'll notice this is not USB Type-C, but this is a budget phone, so this is a very, very budget-friendly phone. GearBest has these on sale right now, so I'm going to drop the link below if you guys are interested in picking one up. I believe they have this one for under 200 bucks right now. Again, I will drop the link as well as any discount codes that they've given me, so you guys can take advantage of it if you're interested in picking one of these up. So that's it. That's all that's in the box. Micro USB, no USB Type-C, but that's pretty standard. So here you can see the phone. Very nice, all metal construction. The power buttons feel really solid. Volume button, volume rocker feels very solid. It very much reminds me sort of an iPhone construction, except for the fact that on the very back here, it's got those rounded edges. That kind of reminds me of the way Samsung did with the Galaxy Note 7, where they rounded the back. Gives you a nice grip in the hand of this particular phone. Feels really nice. Fingerprint scanner, which I found to be super fast, actually, even though this is a budget phone. It's definitely impressive for the price. Camera module, again, 13 megapixel. You got your flash, some Mi branding there. On the bottom here, you can see that micro USB port, of course. You also have around front that 5-inch display, so you guys can see right there. Now, it's not the highest resolution display, of course, again, because of the budget offering, but the color does look pretty good. It doesn't look too washed out. I'll give some comparisons to some other budget phones that I've used when I do my full review. But overall, just setting it up, walking through the process, I'm really impressed with the display. Also, for such a cheap phone, the viewing angles on this phone are very good. You do have your row of buttons here at the very bottom. The one downside, of course, is that these do not light up. They don't have a backlight. That's kind of what you would expect for a phone, again, in that sort of budget category. Over here, you've got your SIM tray, of course. And overall, and of course, headphone jack. That's important these days. At least when you buy a budget phone, you're getting a headphone jack, unlike with the iPhone, Moto Z, etc. So that's a good look as well. One other thing that I've been really impressed with so far with this phone is the software. The software on this phone, it looks like Xiaomi has cleaned up things quite a bit. If you guys remember when I did the review of the Xiaomi Mi Max, I was not a huge fan of the Xiaomi software, just like I haven't been a fan of the Huawei software in the past. A lot of the Chinese software I just haven't been the biggest fan of. You can see it's running Android 6.0.1. You can see the model number there as well. It's got the November security patch. It's running MIUI Global 8.1 stable build. So this software is actually substantially different than the one that was on the Xiaomi Mi Max when I reviewed it. Seems to be a lot better. It seems that Xiaomi is trying to do exactly what Huawei did, which is try to take their software a little bit closer to stock Android. Now, this is not going to be misconstrued for a Pixel type software at this point either, but at least now you do have a proper notification shade up here at the top. If you drag it down, you've got all your quick settings, which you can edit. Also, the settings in the actual main settings menu, they look a little more fluid, and they also have a lot more of the options that you're used to seeing. Now, there is still some aggressive battery management and some other things that I can talk about on this phone, very similar to Huawei. And when I get into the full review, I'll do that. But overall, the software has improved. You notice you still don't have an app drawer by default. It's got that sort of iPhone style where everything is on the home screen. And there is a ton of built-in Xiaomi apps, which you can choose to use or not, of course. You don't have to use these, but Xiaomi does build in a lot of their own apps into the software. There's even more stuff here on the second page, which I haven't actually used. I just moved over there as I started setting up the phone. So overall, I've been pretty impressed with this phone, just unboxing it, taking some initial impressions over the last couple days. I'm going to use this as a daily driver for a few days, get out a review on it. Obviously, I've got a lot of stuff going on with the LG G6, HTC Ultra, but I do want to give this phone a fair chance. When I'm done with this phone, I plan to give it away. Not sure how I'm going to do the giveaway yet, so stay tuned if you want to win the Xiaomi Redmi 4 4G version, and I will do a giveaway on this phone. All right, guys, I appreciate checking out the video. Drop any questions you guys have about this phone in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching.